Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Transport Fever Mainline. We are sat just outside the Mega City 1 goods transfer here, and I've chosen this particular start-off point because it seemed to have quite a lot of action going on. Here's some action now, look. Look at that action. Don't we look, there's some more action happening there. And if that weren't enough for you, look, there's some additional action coming in now. Action is where it's at, and frankly, as time goes on, more action is going to be occurring. So if action is the thing that you like, you're certainly in the right place. Anyway, I've set up, while you were away, the Widdershins version of the lumber route, the state car route, and that's operating now. It's probably been running for maybe a year and a half, 2 years, something like that, while I paid off a few pork barrels. And that looked a little bit like this. There you go, that's then paid off. Not all of them. What I'll do is I'll find a patch at a time and I'll pay those down. Basically, the approach you have to do is you buy the pork payback barrel. There you go. And you then delete those barrels, and you delete the same amount of the original ones as well. It's a delightful exercise. What I would prefer, not that it'll happen, but if wishes were ponies, what I would go for is having a system whereby placing one pork payback barrel, you removed one pork barrel original, and it would no longer allow you to place a pork payback barrel until all the original barrels had gone. But it's a mod and it's very convenient, and this is the last series I'll be using them in, so whatever. Right, today we're going to be going on an adventure, friends, so you're going to want to hang around. Okay then, I was going to wait for a little bit more action to turn up, but it turns out we've got a bit of a snafu going on here. Trains 68 and 64 are currently having something of a conflict of interests going on, and I shouldn't have thought it would last that long. Oh dear. Right, okay then. So what's happened here is this state car is so long that it's blocking these points, right? And it's waiting to get through this junction that well, actually it should be able to go. Maybe it's just waiting for this one to clear, and then it will have a green signal. I don't know. Let's up the tempo a little bit, because basically the lumber car going in the opposite direction has blocked those points. So yeah, there is very much a standoff going in here. We'll just see what happens when this chap clears back out again. I think because it's a reversing service, it probably won't interfere. Unless it now gets stuck as well, because it wants to go down that side. Okay, right, well, that's all broken then, isn't it? How are you going to unpick that? I mean, I can move you further forward. I can move another set, I can put a set of signals about there. Now, that in itself is not clever, because what it does is it'll create another potential to block some points, but given that we're only running freight down here anyway, that should be enough to unclog this end, which it has now done. Or no, we've still got mysterious wagons reappearing. Right, you will then get held up at the new signal. No, you've gone straight through. Oh, okay, right. We'll see that as a dirty cheat. In that what it did was, well, it cheated. Yeah, no, okay. It went through some of the invisible box cars that we got, some of the state cars that we got here. So that's not ideal. To be honest, this is one of the likely flare-up points anyway, because this particular piece of track, as you will see as this chap comes in, is two-way. So everything flows. There you go. If we bring that up, you'll see. You know, we've got 4 routes now going through this one piece of track. it's going to cause hold-ups on a regular basis. Yeah, and it's purely down to the fact that there wasn't enough space at this station. Where are we? Is this Mega City 1? I think it is. Yeah, there isn't enough space at this station to squeak an extra track in there. I mean, it's just a bypass line. We come out over here. I could possibly not take it through the station and maybe route some of it. I said that in an American way. I'm going to get disowned by my countrymen. I could route some of it. Maybe take one of the lines off and go under the mountain and reconnect up over there. Anyway, it's not what I'm going to do today. I mean, we'll wait and see how many times that becomes a problem. Little China is reporting an issue, saying please deliver more stuff. You've got nothing waiting. You're not using the line. I've got 2 trucks on there already. I think the run time is going to be satisfactory, to say the least. I don't know. Let's have a quick look. Trains frequency, please. Do it the other way around. Let's have a look at the longest one. 22, 21. No, hold on. No, that's the wrong thing, you fool. Frequency. Right, longest frequency we've got at the moment is 6 minutes. That's fine. A 6-minute frequency is absolutely dandy. Providing it's it's keeping up with the pace of things, so nobody should be complaining outright. Obviously, the more trucks you put on something, the greater capacity you can fulfil. But if this fella is not dishing it at the moment, then the problem lies here at the station. Now, what was that? That was just plain lumber, wasn't it? You're a carpenter. So the reason it's complaining is because this lot hasn't been picked up. It's got nothing to do with trucks. And how much are we talking about here? 500, 600, 610-ish. That's the reason it's complaining, is because there is too much stuff still waiting to be picked up. Can't do a lot about that. Well, I can put more trains on it. But we've got trains coming, and they'll alleviate the situation. So chances are, until I put an additional train on that route, which I'm not going to do yet, the lines that we're running right now are only just hanging into the I can afford to pay for it kind of segment. Until we get to that point, there will be occasions where Little China starts complaining. These things happen. We're all just going to collectively get over it. Right, now then, what I was actually going to look for initially is stations with a lot of passengers that are kind of kicking around. So I can see Atlantis already, Minas Tirith, Hill Valley, obviously Megacity 1 Hogsmeade, and we won't look at the cattle situation going on over near Sherma. We are going to look at the passenger situation. That's as good a place to start as any. Now, the idea here is, do we need to up the tempo on some of our passenger routes? The answer, I suspect, is going to be a very firm yes, you do. So Hogsmeade to Pleasant View is actually one of the biggest lines that we've got. Now then, what have we got on there at present? We've got, flipping heck, 6, 7 trains on there right now, and the capacity on those is going to be, what, 100? We've got 156 capacity. I would say it possibly doesn't need any more. Maybe one more from Hogsmeade to Pleasant View, and that will help everything along the way. All right, okay, no, we can afford to do that. We can afford to do whatever we like. We've got 2 and a bit billion in the bank, so let's shoot another train up the gusset there and see where it gets to. I'm not entirely sure that shooting a train up the gusset was exactly what I had in mind, but there it is. Right, now, I want to keep this depot open because we're going to fire off a few of these. Let's slow it back down to walking pace. Now then, multiple unit electric. No, are you? Maybe you are. And we're using... Now, obviously, this is on the American section of track, so we're going to stick with what we got. This is the Chicago Metro Highliner. and we'll have a pair of those, please. All right, you get yourself situated along with that one, and we'll set that onto Hogsmeade Pleasant View, which is a local. Right, there you go. Now, that will probably help. There you go, emphasis on the word probably. Now, the big thing that I've got to be wary of is in not, right, come on, formulate your position here and then say the words. Yeah, what I've got to be wary of is not breaking services by putting trains that are faster than the competition next to each other. Did that make any sense to you? No? I'll have another go. Basically, if I were to have one train that went, let's say we got one that goes Shermer, Asgard, well, I've definitely got this one, Hogsmeade, right? And then I had another one that went Mega City 1, Hogsmeade to Asgard. Passengers will always opt to take the faster train. I have yet to see a situation, as much as apparently individual passengers will have their own taste. No, they'll always take the fast one. So if you run trains that run at different speeds, one of those services is going to be underutilised. Right, Atlantis to Hogsmeade has got capacity for more, or does it? This will largely depend on when the last one's left, and I think it's that one. No, that's MCO Shermer. Where's it going to come in? Oh, it's going to come in from this way. No, it's not. That's Hogsmeade. Where's Atlantis? I'm all twisted round. I'm facing the wrong way. Atlantis is over that way. So yes, it does come in on the end here, I think. All right, whatever you just did didn't work. Oh, I see. No, all right. Yeah, all right, we'll do that. There you go. So the green line is the one we're talking about here. So we've now got 222. What's the capacity on there? Speak with me in that way that people do. Right, okay, we've got 4 on there right now. Capacity 119. So even with the next pickup, it's still not going to get it done. All right, then. Let's buy me another one of those. Right, train, electric. No, this is just a electric locomotive. And it is, if I spot it first time, I'll be very pleased with myself. This is an AEM 7. Like that. Okay, right, well, we'll buy one. Thank you. And then wagons, you've got Amfleet 1 Phase 4. Good. I love the emotion that they've stuck into the naming of these. Amfleet 1's Phase of the 4. Amfleet 1, Phase 4. Yep, and you want 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, is that the cafe car behind it? Phase 4, cafe. Okay, good. Make it so. And then deploy this onto Atlantis Hogsmeade. Now then, there is no particular rhyme or reason behind any of this. How about you actually set it on the line? Atlantis Hogsmeade. There you go. Go on. There you are. Right. It'll turn... Oh, you killed the depot. I knew I was going to do that at some point. You plum. Right. Okay. Fine. Well, I'm going back that way anyway. We'll just pick it up when we get there. Right, how are you doing here, LV? 110 one way, 140 the other. How many vehicles have you got? You've got these. Now, everyone complained when I used this. It's a Ren fee, isn't it? That I've got on there. Tell me, speak to me. Tell me words. Tell me the thing that I want you to tell me. Tooltip, anytime you feel like it. Go on, you can do it. Because it's not the fastest thing we could be running. We do have the option to run something, of a grease lightning nature that way. You won't get up to full speed, but you will get some speed going. Now then, how old are these? 48 years. So they're coming up on replacement time anyway. So I think rather than up the tempo by adding another train, what we'll do here is we'll replace it with something a little bit more nippy. I was pretty sure this was a Renfe that we ran on there. Probably, no, it's got 70 capacity. Anybody? And it's not these because they do 300 kilometres an hour. Maybe it's the Euro Med. there we go. It's that one. I'm running that one, look. So yeah, that tops out at 220. So we can go for something that runs a little faster. Running costs 3.7 million a year. What about something of a similar nature down here? 5.94. An extra 80 kilometers an hour top speed adds 2 million to the running cost. Yep, not even joking. Okay, well, maybe that one's off the table. What else we got here? What about the ICE? How about 8 million? How about no? What about the bit of French? Slower. Not as good. No. Okay, but I'm sure we can find somewhere to run that. Maybe in today's mission we'll find out. What about this Renfe here? 6 million. No. Look, I want ROI here. 225, 87 capacity. I'm already running javelins elsewhere. It's only a little faster. It does have additional capacity, and it's only a little bit more expensive. That's more flipping. Oh, hello. What are you? I suspect you might be of the Chinese persuasion. You can also carry odds and ends of cargo, which is baffling. What are you going to cost me? Oh, nothing, just 10.6 million a year, but we will carry 185 passengers, and we'll carry them at 380 kilometers an hour. Flipping sold, mate. Yeah, China, number one. There we go. Yeah, I want it. How much is that going to... They're 57 million each, and I need 4 of them. Flipping heck. All right, we'll come back and have a look at that. I'm not going to do a replace now. I'm going to wait for those trains. Why wouldn't you do a replace now? You saved the money that you would have spent later on, and this might turn this line into an absolute hell on toast, and we'll have a look at that before we do today's main adventure. Oh, okay, all right. Well, let's wait for one of these to replace, and then we'll go and have a look at it, and we'll hope it looks good. Yeah, that's the hope. It should happen any time. That we can stand here, just waiting, looking over the landscape, and going, yeah, these trains, they're super quick, and they're going to arrive anytime soon, pretty much immediately. Frankly, there's no need to fill here because you haven't got time. It's going to happen really quickly. I'm going to up the tempo even more. Come on, get a wriggle on. What's taking you so long? I know it's a nice long route, and I'm hoping that that's going to give you the opportunity to really stretch your legs. But at present, no, we're all still sat here, just waiting for the excitement to. Okay, there's one. Right, there we go. Good. Now slow it back down. I see. You wait for one to happen, 3 happen all at the same time. Now then, you've got... Oh, wait, everything. Apparently you've got 35 capacity for passengers. Now, I'm pretty sure that's an any cargo option that it has going on there. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, let's see what happens when it reaches the next station. Anyway, how long are we talking here? Oh, it's not that long. All right, okay, good. Well, I'm excited. I hope you are too, because it cost me enough. Anyway, this Chinese masterpiece here, it's the autosave. You can remain calm. I had to do a bit of warm-up before we got going today, so autosave's kicked in early. We shouldn't see it again. If we see it again, it means I've run very, very long today. Right, there we go. So we're rolling. Now, what you want to know is... Come on, tell me the speed. We're already doing 180. That's super. Now then, is it going to get the chance to go any faster than that? Well, it's now doing 190, so that would be a yes, wouldn't it? I would be extraordinarily surprised if it got anywhere near its top operational speed. But there we go. We're already beating the speed of the previous train, which was 200. The question is going to be, can it go any faster than that? Now, if I pack this out, my hope is that it delivers enough money to actually pay its running costs. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case. Right, we're now up to 240, which makes it faster than the javelins. Now then, can it get up to 300? It goes well beyond that. But 300 is a good number to hit because that would make it faster than anything. We're having to slow down now because we've got a station coming up, and this will be a test of whether this this cargo assignment is working properly. I don't really want it to be shipping goods, I'll be honest with you. That's not what we employ it for. It's all about the passage, and therefore, let's see. I mean, what have we got waiting here? You're heading towards Mos Eisley. So 141 people waiting. I'd very much like you to pick up all of them. I would be absolutely delighted for that to happen. Hey, look at this. This has got it. You know, you talk about action here. There's a lot of it. Look at all this construction operation going on. Now, it made 1.3 million there off like 20 odd passengers. The unload speed doesn't seem to be a blistering pace. Let's see. Are you going to do me a solid, or am I going to have to do some... Oh, no. I'm going to have to do some configurating. Yeah, all right. That's not gone well. Because there's a lot of people just kind of going, you're a passenger train, dude. And I go, I know. But, yeah. Okay. Right. Right, how can I tweak that then? Overview. Now, we do have an option here. If we go to the replacement, all right, you come here. Go and sit over there. I'll get you in a minute. All right. So what now? I don't think this is going to work. So I might want to get my money back rather swiftly. I don't care how fast it goes. If it's only carrying 35 passengers and it's costing me 10 million a year, that dog will not hunt. No, it is it's goods or nothing. Yeah, sorry about that. China is not number one. China is a very naughty boy. Right, the hunt continues. There you go, this does 320. That cost me 20 million a year. Right, okay, we're going to go with this Siemens Volaro. Yeah, we'll take that, please. Thank you. I don't need to link the two together. That just smacks of madness. Right. Yeah, replace it now. I have to pay another 33 million to get that. Well, okay, but I wanted a passenger train, and therefore paying the money to get a passenger train would seem to be the right thing to do. So there you go. That was our brief flirtation there with a bit of Chinese action. Chinese action left us a little bit hungry there for more passenger capacity. But we've seen it now, so we can tick that box quite happily. A slightly wonky train option there. You should be changing about now. Changes. Come on, do the thing. Do the thing. There you go. Looks very similar. It's good news, similar kind of length. But yeah, we're banging ICE down there and see what we get out of that. That's it. Yeah, see, look. Now you're talking. That's capacity, that is. 137. So we've near doubled the capacity. It did have 70. It's now got 130. That should, one would hope, pay off. If I can be bothered, we'll look at what sort of top speed it can do later. Right, now then, food vats. The replacement on the food vats should be... what are you? You're a supply. So I need to change that for something that can actually handle supplying. The other thing that I did while you weren't here was I replaced all of the end zone delivery trucks. Instead of those little transit vans that we were running before, we're now running 20 capacity trucks. So that will be more throughput throughout, and that should pay off. Right, enough of this. Let's get on with the actual objective for today. Let's turn some of this gubbins off. How about turning that? That's better. Right then, Caprica City, Winchesterton Fieldville. Now, I had a notion as far as the start was concerned that we might kick off here in Atlantis. Yeah, it's a difficult one because Atlantis is not the most yielding of stations with which to cram in another line. We've got these two at the end here. And we've got a little wiggle. We could probably get round the corner. Your life may be forfeit. before heading down to Caprica City, and then from there we'll cross over and hit Winchesterton Fieldville. From there, I don't know. I'm tempted to go for LV426, but in doing so, excuse me, I could well cannibalise the shipping route. Nobody's going to want to go by sea when they can hop on a very nice fast train, you nitwit. Anyway, we could easily connect up with LV426. Obviously, you've got a bit of negotiation from the station to deal with. And then from there, I don't know, the Oyster and the World are the same thing. You would normally go to Mos Eisley, right? But I don't need another Atlantis Mos Eisley route. So I would want to go somewhere a little bit more interesting. Miranda is completely inaccessible. I don't think this is it. It's a connection I'd like to make, but I don't think that's it. We could go completely left field with it and go to Arkham, but that's not a route that really makes any sense because you'd be crossing the river, carving your way through the mountain, and then ending up in New York. And you'd need a second station in Arkham that crosses that way. Well, I mean, that's quite exciting, but it doesn't make any sense. So, Winchester Fieldville, we could put an aggressive hook in here and head through Trumpton and Pseudopolis. Yeah, and then you're just forcing it. You're just trying to make it happen. Hogsmeade's obvious. That's an easy one to go for, and Hogsmeade's already quite busy. And actually, part of the reason that I wanted to start in Atlantis to begin with was in order to kind of fuel the idea of a couple of megacities. So before we crack on, let's have a look at the city population we've got going on here. And it is Sherma that's king of the hill, but there's Hogsmeade, there's Atlantis. So we would be pushing both of those up the leaderboard in a relatively significant fashion. And here's Caprica City and Winchestertonville, the most neglected towns that we have at the moment because they're not connected to anything. All right, I think I've decided. It's going to be Hogsmeade, people. We're going to Hogsmeade it up. But what I'd quite like to do is turn one of these into a super hub for other connections. So getting the station placement on the money is going to be a tricky one, but nonetheless important. Caprica, I think, is going to be our candidate for that, purely because there ain't an awful lot that way that you would want to connect to directly, but there is curving out this way, curving out that way, and so on. Bear with me, it makes sense in my head. Right, okay, let's make this quick. Now then, because I am a ruthless rap assassin, we're going to go for a centre of town demolition job. Right, hang on, there you go. Yeah. I'm going to try and leave that lot intact. Actually, I want to leave this lot intact more. Right, well, just murder some of this. Keeping this intact is going to be good. It's going to be a skinny station then, and if you're talking about turning this into some kind of megaplex, then you're going to want a fat station in here. You're going to want a 4-platformer at least. I am. Yeah, at least a 4-platformer. Probably more than that. Well, in which case, hang on to your hats. I want to keep this bit intact because otherwise it's going to prove to be challenging to get that side of town to grow again. Yeah, murder it. Yeah, absolutely. I need a lot of space here. These people are all going, I don't know why we're still here. I'm just going to go, well, we are. Right, that'll probably be about right. A bit more work may be required. I'm going to get the smoothing gun out. Not that I think we need it. We probably do, but I don't necessarily think we do. Just to get a better view of the lay of the land here. Right, now then, I'm going to try and build this one with an eye on the future. I always try and keep one eye on the future at least, because the second you ultimate station plan, that's just going to scare me. If I bring this out, I'm just you ask for yourself. See, look, it's got group 5. Ta-da! What did I just accomplish? Oh no, you did that. Look, and then upgrade it to group 3. Ta-da! No idea. Clearly, someone somewhere finds that to be of value. I'm sure in the comments someone's going to go, what, you did that totally wrong. You should have chosen group 2. And then from there, you should have just done something else. And I kind of go, dude, details, please. Let's go elevated train station. Oh, look at it. It's wibbly. Yeah, no, all right. Yeah, I'm all about that, because that might help us connect up the rest of the town. Now then, we're going to go for... No, let's go nuts. Let's go 8-track, and then let's make it 320 in length, high speed. Yeah, track layout, we have options. I may have deleted a little bit more than I needed to. Track layout, let's try 3. Yeah, I know, you thought I was going to go 2. All right, that goes 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. Right, okay, track layout 2. And that one goes 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, that's fun. What about track layout 4 as an adventure? That one goes 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Ooh. And then, because we didn't, number 2 is a 2, 2, 2, 2. Good times were had by everybody. Roof length 3/4. Quarter? Get damp unless you're in the middle. No, we'll go 3/4. Roof frame density less dense, so you can see through it. That's more adventurous, isn't it? Roof frame density normal. Yeah, tram track. Yeah, give me tram track or not. That's good. Now then, the only thing we need to decide after that is the height that we got. Oh, steady on. The height, and the challenge is going to be getting a road underneath. I think we've already got a road. Does it run all the way underneath? Let's switch this back to just 2 platforms for a sec, and see if it gets all the way underneath. That's Big 10-4. It does go all the way underneath. Well, that's jolly miraculous, isn't it? Isn't that jolly miraculous? Okay, right, good. There we go. We've settled on that. We'll make the height just a smidge higher, because this is going to be a valuable piece of architecture running in the middle of the universe. It's not quite in the middle of the universe. It's a little bit over to one side. The other good news is it's going in with no fuss whatsoever. That's marvellous. And the other good news still is it's really, really cheap. For what you get, you've got some modern art spewed all over the top of it, and you say that, it does look rather splendid. Right, okay, good. There you go. We've decided on that. It didn't take me too long to settle on that one. That one kind of lent itself to the equation relatively quickly. Right, now then, give me this. We're going to want electric tram track, because apparently I've decided to tram up this city. Mediums. Yeah, there you go. Bingo. All right, Caprica City is go. Well, that's ruddy terrific. Now you're just going to have to get used to the. Yeah, get out of it, silly little road. Big roads. That's what we're going to need here. I'm honestly tempted to delete 90% of this town. Yeah, never fight temptation, people. Always go for it. Get rid of all these poxy little roads, and we'll lay out some kind of hectic grid. Don't click quite as quickly. That's how misery happens. Now, given that we're paused, if this was train fever, it's not train fever. But if it was train fever, everyone would just move back in. Yeah, but they're not going to do that. I'll tell you what, we'll run with a bike lane and a psychopath and all kinds of things. Right, now then, we'll run a little parallel line here. That's not parallel, that's perpendicular. it's going to be parallel because I'm going to run another one like that. I was talking from the future. Okay. All right. Just, you know, make sure you get your lexicon right. They'll all pick you up on it in the comments. Yeah, I know, but they'll pick me up on whatever I do in the comments. So there's precious little I can do to evade receiving an occasional "you don't know what you're doing" style comment. You know, that's like the sun coming up in the morning. Right, okay, go on. Let's. Can we squeak that under there? Because it would be absolutely brilliant if we could. I think the modern art might be getting in the way a little bit. Okay, no, we're there, we're good. That's pretty solid. And oh, would you look at that? Yes. See, this is going to be the backbone of an incredibly effective and fast-growing city. In order to fast-grow it faster, I'm going to need to figure out how to get some goods up in here, which I should have possibly thought of already, but that's okay. If anything, one of my major talents is thinking of things on the spur of the moment. Right, now then, you know how I said you lot might survive? No, you said we would survive. No, I'm pretty sure I said might. Well, I'm reversing that position as of now because I need that bit of approach in order to get under the what's it there. There we go. Because fully connecting the thing up makes it good. Oh, it's also this. I didn't realise that before now. It's also the one with this wacky turnaround bridge kind of deal going on there. Although that's a mess, isn't it? There you go. Yeah, tidy it up. Come on, have some self-respect. There you go. Actually, we'll do some general. Ooh, look at that. Don't like that. Can you see it? Oh dear. No, see this? Fine. I got no problem with that. Changes in elevation occur, and when they do, extreme measures may sometimes need to be taken. But when such radical changes don't need to occur, then there really is no excuse. Oi, pack it in. Right, bit of smoothing gun on there might make this approach just a little bit more civilized. Let's have a look, shall we? There you go. See, that's civilized. All right, and then down to the coastline. Everybody's happy. Yep, apart from Evel Knievel, who goes, "Oh, dude," because Evel Knievel calls everyone dude. I was going to do some sick rad jumping thing there, and it kind of goes, "Sorry, Evel, if that is your name, but no, that's not occurring. Not on my watch. Not today." Right, now then, we're gonna depart from the grid motif here. Look at that. I even cared enough to try and make sure that they could both get through there. And then we're going to do a little wiggle like that. Otherwise, you end up with just too much empty space in the middle of it. Right, connect this, and then we'll move on to actually doing something worthwhile that actually moves us forward a little bit. That looks like it's going to put an ugly in there. How ugly? Within tolerance. Okay, really? Your tolerance is clearly quite high today. Okay, right, no, that's good. No, shut up, it is good. Right, okay, good. Now then, back to track build. Look at that. Oh, that's a centerpiece for the ages. Right, so we've got that one set up. Now, normally what I'd do now is I'd start track laying, but instead I'm going to wallop in another station. Winchesterton Fieldville has had the good sense to kind of leave me this nice big space. It's like they go, no, look, I know we could build the school there, but honestly, he's coming. Maybe not today, but he will be coming at some point, and it is in our interest to make sure that when he turns up, we've already left somewhere for him to go, oh, look, that would fit in there nicely. Now then, I think we're going to need 4 on this one. It's not going to be quite as well attended as Caprica, but it is going to take quite a few connections from Caprica, and therefore setting it up to work in that fashion would probably be a good one. And you know what else? I'm going to stick a couple of transit track options in there just in case I end up running a good service through here. See, I'm trying to think ahead a little bit. Obviously, we don't want to think ahead too much. That's that's crazy talk. Right, there we go. Wiggle it round, and we're golden. That'll do. That'll do quite nicely. There we go. Okay. Apparently, I'm pressing the button now. Fine. I hadn't necessarily intended to, but I can't say I'm dissatisfied with the result. You could have lined it up with the road, which is probably what I would have done had I not pressed the button right then. Well, you can always delete this. You've got the money and go again. I could. You're not wrong, but alternatively, I could do that. There was a truck stop there, man. You just deleted a truck stop. Yeah? Do you think maybe that someone was using that? Well, I think it's quite likely. But we'll stick it back in, and we'll see if that just makes everybody happy again. Because I didn't really spot it until it was too late. I'll tell you what we could do, though. Hold on. Please hold. Hold everything. Right, now, this is passengers. Passengers. All right, well, yeah, we're going to need something for the passengers, so we'll bang that in there. You're just going basic? Yeah, let's go basic. There's no need to be to get carried away. And then on the opposite side of the road, we'll stick a truck stop in. And then potentially everybody will be delighted about everything permanently. It's not going to have brilliant catchment, though, is it? Is it? That's flashing. No, it's just little China bleating away in that way that it does. What was it there for? What was it? Was that just... I mean, was it a bus stop? Was it... I don't know what it was. And now you've got a truck station here that really... I don't know. I'm just going to studiously ignore it and wait and see what happens. Oh, okay. Well, fine. If you want to throw all your self-respect out of the window, be my guest. Right, now then, I won't muck about with the roads on that yet. We're going to wait until... Yeah, hold on. I'm going to muck about with a little bit of the road. Yeah, you see, look, you've got this bus stop here. And clearly, that's a route that leads down to the ferry terminal. There's nothing waiting. It would be handy if there was, though, wouldn't it? Turn this on momentarily. Right, that's just the shipping route. Yeah, I think that was the feeder route to get people to the port there. So you might want to deal with that in a minute. Okay, right. Anyway, carry on. Press on regardless. Let's not get caught up in the high drama of having made a potential mess there. Right, now then, let's get out of Hogsmeade, and we'll do that by threading our way out from these two platforms here through this lot. Yeah, you built near a bridge, therefore your lives are forfeit. Oh dear. Oh, it's just not... I might be able to get underneath it, but I'd be very surprised if I could. Let's have a look. Alright, if we tell it to go down a bit, maybe a bit more still. Go down a lot. Alright, well, you're not going to get it that way. If I could get underneath here, it would be really cool. So I'm going to give it a jolly good try and see what we get. You've got some construction work going on there, which is likely to add an extra wrinkle into things. But if we could get past that, I think that's gone. I don't think we're going to get that one. But let's see what else we can accomplish. Go on, tunnel now. There it is. In the nick of time. Right, okay, good. And then level it off, and then re-emerge. Hold on, where are we pointing? That way. Okay, that's fine. Right, yeah. So, an aggressive corner. So if we put a 90-degree corner in here, like that. Wait. That's it. Yep. Now, I know that's very slow, but then we've got acres of time in order to beef that back up again. There you go. Start coming back up again. Yes, and then keep going, and then surface. No, you've got a terrain alignment collage going on there. I think you tried to come back up a little bit too soon. All right, fine. Have another go. we'll do a little bit on the flat. Right, keep it on the flat. What have you connected to? That's a tunnel entrance now, apparently. Okay, right, well, delete it some more. If at first you don't delete enough, have another go. Right, now then, where's the track gone? Can I find it? Can we get a... There we go, we can get a bead on it there. Right. Now, if we do break the surface, what's the end goal here? Well, you're still going over that way. You've now removed your 90-degree angle. And the reason for being quite so aggressive as far as the angle is concerned is to get all of the slowdown out of the way at once. Now let's break the surface there. We're going to need to ditch this bit of road. You should have built on that one. Oh no, but we wanted to go on to 497 Executive Street. Well, I've just deleted Executive Street, so that was a bum steer on your part, wasn't it? Also, we've got some decorative buffer action going on here. Oh, silly me. I had some kind of notion that I wouldn't ever be revisiting this piece of track. Well, that was wrong. Okay, now then. Oh, we managed to get underneath the new build as well. Everyone's intact, although I can't say that you guys might not feel the occasional piece of subsurface disruption as big, heavy trains come piling through. Now then, we've got a bit of a rise going on there. If we were to stay at level, maybe back it up a bit, go from here, stay at level, because we're still coming that way. It would be nice to just pop a little cheeky tunnel under there. We don't want to slow down as much as that now. 90 is my minimum. Happy to have it kind of speed there. Yeah, you see, you might be able to get out of my way. We might be able to get a cheeky bridge on over the top of that. We'll have a look. All right, keep working round. Yeah, we now want to stay on the flat for the moment. Don't worry, I'll bring you back up to the surface in due time. Right, that's 90. We now want to get up to 100 while still cornering. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's quite a dramatic cut that we've got going on here, but it's a good one, right? And then you get a bit of tunnel. Well, too little, too late for a bit of tunnel, I would have argued, but there it is. Bring them up to the surface at a gentle pace, and we're on target. Okay, good. That means that we're not interfering. I'm pointing at the screen again. When will I learn? We're not interfering with the potential expansion out this way. I don't think the city's going to expand that way, but in case it does, it can. Right, now then, what are you? Are you country? You do look a bit country. I'm going to replace you with a bit of in town, not medium. We're going to need a bit more up tempo than that. Let's go large. Now then, play the game. All right, okay, here we go. Now then, I know I could do the manual bridge maneuver on this one. Let's put something that's a slimmer. Ta-da! No ta-da for you, not today. Well, we can adjust the angle of attack. Yeah, I suppose we can. All right, try that. Yeah, see, look, that's just gone first time. So an adjustment to the angle of attack is clearly the way to go. You know what? I'm gonna bang a concrete bridge in there with some girder work, because that doesn't look hideous at all. It looks hideous. That's better, but still bad. That's better still. Rather overkill with the pillars. Sorry, no, it's got to be Jolly Green. I flipping love Jolly Green. Jolly Green is my favourite, and therefore I'll use it whenever I see the need. Right, okay, now I've used city streets there just on the off chance. I'm an optimist that the AI will go, oh look, he's put some streets in for us already, we shall now use them. That's just become redundant. But you've now got a little square that you can drive around endlessly, going, we're still lost. Where should we go next? I'm going to go, I don't know. Right, okay, back on track laying. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. This bit of road's not going to make the cut. Here we go. Right, onwards. Let's do a big bit. All right, we'll do a big bit as far as there. Hold on, what's this viaduct action we've got going on there? Now it does make sense, but it doesn't make aesthetic. So we'll go as far as here initially. You've got a bit of a wiggle in your stride there. All right, good. Yeah, fine, marvelous. Just a little bit of a lump, but that's okay. It's created a gentle undulation for those who like their undulations in a gentle kind of a fashion. And then, right, let's. I don't exactly know what I'm doing with you. Really, you amaze me. Shut up. All right, okay, we're going to need these two to come out this way towards Hogsmeade. I think those two go somewhere else, so we'll leave them well alone for now, and then later on we'll figure out what that caper's all about. Right, if we do that, you've got a 200 limit, which is fine. We're unlikely to run. Well, we might actually. I might run something with a 200-ish speedo on it. Nice big fat chunky cut through the scenery there. That's nice too. And then we'll wang that into this one. Good, right. That's a connection made. Didn't take long. I've only been faffing around for half an hour. Giving me a break. Probably connect the road back up again. It looks like it might be important. Right, okay, well, kill that. Kill this and that. And then, what are you going to try and do? Go under? Yeah, I reckon going under might be the scheme that pays there. Right, okay, well, give me some suitable road. And then what? Do a bit of this. Right, and then down tempo some more. Oh, come on. Down tempo a bit more. The cost really doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's quite severe. And it's made a bit of an ugly at the end. No, it's not actually. It's made a little bit of a come out of the tunnel at high speed. You'll get some air. Right. Okay. It will suffice. I will take practical for the moment rather than beautiful. Right. Caprica, straight line, easy peasy. What's going on with this bridge? Don't really know. I doubt anybody's really using it, but we do probably need it anyway. Or there will be some townsfolk who start griping. Now then, we'll leave these two alone again because I don't know what I'm doing with those yet. Let's get that angle here. 156 is okay. That's it. And then we'll pile drive over towards about there. All right. How do you feel about that? Well, that's about right because that's the narrow crossing point. You're going to need to set yourself at a height so that ships can get underneath. I'm sure you were aware of that already. I was aware of that already. I think this is a fine excuse to get horribly conflicted. Oh, wait a minute. This is an elevated station. Well done. What do you want? A prize? I mean, you only did it 10 minutes ago. I mean, what were you expecting it to be? Look, just allow me my accomplishments once in a while. Right, we'll keep the elevation up. Now we are higher than sea level at the point of the station, and not just because it's floating. So if we do that, and then actually we'll maintain altitude for this one. Yeah, okay. Check your angle of attack here. Yeah, I thought you might be, because you're veering ever so slightly. Yep. Okay. Good. And then make this relaxed. Can you get a ship under there? Oh, yeah. Oh, you could get the Queen Mary under that. And kind of go, oh, well, I doubt you could, actually. The Queen Mary is quite a severe liner. Yeah, it's also no longer in service, so, you don't really, it's not something you need to be worried about. Right, and then this is just going to neatly connect up onto there. Now, I mean, that was something of a guess on my part there, that it was going to neatly connect up, but it did. So, haha. Right, okay, good. And then you've got a bit of a wiggle in things there, but in engineering terms, because clearly I am a master engineer, that was in order to facilitate the shortest river crossing possible. Yeah, and plus straight is so very boring. You're definitely going to want to go curvy, given every opportunity. Right, now then, I've gone for lines. I don't know. I would assume that's the entrance there. So I've gone with 3 and 4 here as my connection stations platforms. Simply because, firstly, one of these is going to loop underneath one of those at some point. I just knows it, and therefore offering that kind of opportunity is brilliant. Oh, we get a chance to go a little bit through the hillside. You know I like a bridge into hillside combo. I didn't even think about that too much. I just went like, yeah, you've done a thing that I like, therefore I'm going to do it straight away. Okay, right, good, yep, thank you. And then, how the hell are you getting into Atlantis? Well, oddly enough, I've not really thought that through. Oh no, you made reference to it earlier. You're going to pull pretty much the same manoeuvre that you did in Atlantis, in Hogsmeade. Nice house you have there. It would be a shame if I had to go through it. It's a factory, it's not a house. And how close are we talking here? I will make the line a little bit less good if it means it survives. But I have limits. Right, okay, no, we're going to go straight out of here. We're going to curve around the back of that, because that's going to be brilliant. We're possibly also, we're going to need a little bit of elevation, because we've got to get over that road. Either that or we go under that road. How much of an attack angle have we got to make here? Where am I even going? Where am I looking? What are you looking for here? Because no, that's you. Oh, hold on. Is there a hookup onto this line available? That would save you a whole lot of effort. Is there? I don't, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to connect at a bridge. So, but here, well, look, it's a little forest of pork barrels. No, all right, stop what you were doing. I deleted that bloke's house for absolutely no purpose whatsoever. No, we'll just do it here. Okay, cool. Right, let's get rid of these signals, because we're going to want to. We'll relay those after we've got this junction plumbed in. We're going to go over the pork barrels, because that's not offensive to anybody at all. And 160 is nice. Other speeds are nicer though. Give me this this hectic concrete monstrosity. I've used quite a lot of hectic concrete monstrosity on there. Match the bridge style of the other line. Is that it? Well, clearly it isn't. All right, hold on. What about that? Good. Ooh, I've not used enough of that, or in fact any. I like it, but we're going to match the structure of the other one. What about this? Nope. What about that one? That looks like it. Yep, that looks good. All right, good. Now then, what's the elevation distance between here and there? Somewhat. That's fine. I have no intention of running this like a viaduct. I did see it. I noticed it. We dropped to 151 there, but to be honest, I think I was rather chancing it in terms of can we get round here at 170. So we'll just have to have a slowdown. It's a junction. What are you going to do? Okay, good. Now then, bang those signals back on, lest you forget. We'll one-way these. Now, the only risk we've got going on here is that I'm already running 4 trains up the gullet of... I said gusset earlier on. I meant gullet. But, you know, I'm sure that generated a smirk from some of the filthier-minded of you. Yeah, so we're already running 4 trains up to Atlantis on this cross-country route. And doing so is... yeah, it's what? There's likely to be a queue to get into the station, is where you're going. Okay, well, you know, that's never bothered you that much in the past. It bothers me occasionally. and it bothers me when the trains that are going to be queuing are the most expensive in the known universe. Oh, so you're thinking of putting a pricey one on here? Well, I think we might as well. I am trying to be a little bit more, varietous when it comes to the cross-country routes, because you sure as heck aren't going to put those really expensive multi-units on anywhere else. Anyway, we're done. That's it. That's a line connected right there. Right, now then, let's bang a signal on there. You will note that I am currently running with one-way signals all over the place, and because it's just so very lazy, it makes your route planning a little bit easier. But we don't do this because it's easy. All of this caper, you do it because it provides a modicum of there's a little bit of challenge involved. It's quite fun, and the end result can look quite appealing. You're going overboard on your signals, don't you think? Aren't you only going to be running like 3 or 4 trains up here? That's as may be. Right, let's get rid of this. I'm going to need the bridge to persist a little longer, I think. Obviously, we're going to put a bridge in here. Yeah, that's the worst looking piece of something that you've created lately. Are you sure about that? I've created some really worse looking things on a very, very regular basis. Right. No, stay airborne. Stay airborne. Okay. Well, that means you've got a humpback going into a bit of flat, but I think you'll probably get... hold on. You need to bridge up. Jolly green, please. No, this lump is not gonna cut it. Back it up some more. That looks like the peak of the bridge. Actually, it doesn't. It looks like it's just post-peak. There you go. From there. You sure you don't want to just rebuild the whole bridge? Quiet. Right. Get over to about there. Stay up. There you go. Look at that. See, that's orderly. I mean, it's excessive, but it is still orderly. And then, where do you end up going? You end up going over there. So if we scrag a bunch of that, and then we'll just run this, however it sees fit, up to about there. Talk about excessive. Yeah, I know it is rather, isn't it? It is. That's good. You have to be committed. The second you get onto that bridge, you kind of go, well, I guess we're going this way, because you really don't have a choice in the matter for quite some time. Engineers will describe it as a modern marvel. Why isn't there a snap point on here? Give me some town. Maybe town will be more compliant in this regard. No, it just is not interested. Okay, all right. Well, it's going to have to be about here then, isn't it? Just want to really. That was your answer, was it? All right. Okay. We'll run that down there, which it will do very neatly and not make a ugly lump anywhere, lest I become vexed and angered. Right. Okay. There we go. That looks about average. But we want to get a train down here, and we want to do it fairly soon. Go on, bang in another signal or two. You know they like it. There you are. Have a signal. Yeah. What about over here? Oh, have a signal. Have a second one. God, good on you. How about over here? Oh, tell you what you want. Have a signal. Have you thought about having some kind of crossover near the station? And an eerie silence filled the room. Yes? And when did you have this master thought? Now? Right, okay, fine. Well, you're not going to need both tracks anyway, so it's fine, because it's a terminus, so you won't get a diamond in here, because it won't let you. As much as you might want to, it just won't. I guarantee you are not getting a diamond in here. It is futile. It is a waste of your time and that of your viewers to even try it. There you go. See? Too much luck. Right, so we'll just go with 1 and that'll be fine. Good. Right, let's route up. Let's Naruto. Right, okay, good. Hogs. Out to Your Winchesterton Fieldville, it can't connect all the stations. Really? You can't go to and from without it being a three-ring circus. I would suggest maybe switch up which station you start at Hogs. Oh, you missed one. Did I though? No. Okay. And then Atlantis. It's actually quite a nippy little route, this one. Oh, I know why it would do it. It's because you started using one-way signals. Back to Winchester and Fieldville, and then back to Hogsmeade. Okay, so it's just a tiny little route. I'd prefer 4 stations over 3, but I think this one's going to get the job done. Right, okay. So you are a cross route. Yeah. How cross? Oh, someone changed the channel while I was watching my favourite program. Well done. Good job. You didn't waste that opportunity. Cross. Just the only reason I'm checking is formatting. I know it's a stupid thing to be picking. Hold on, this is a crossing service from Hogsmeade to Atlantis. Okay. Now I should be vexed at having done that to Hogs. No, do the other way around. Do Hogs Atlantis. Hogs to Atten. Yeah, okay, they're going to cannibalise each other. Brilliant. Oh, what a genius you are. But here's the plus point. The plus point is there is an alternate kind of system going on here. Yeah, okay. I should have realised that, shouldn't I? I really, really should have realised that. But the upshot is I'm going to use the same consist, because that way there will be no competition between the pair. Good answer. It's not a good answer though, is it? It's that's a bad answer. Right. Right. So we're going to want the. You might have to rethink this. We'll run the AM7DC there. It's one of my favourites. And then we'll bang on the Phase 4 System 1 Activation 19 to go behind it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 cafe car for those who want a cafe while in motion. 119. That's a slightly odd capacity number, but so be it. Right, okay. How many of these do you want? Oh, I want 4 of them. Really? 3 of them. Okay, you can have 3. And set them all in motion now. Hogs Atlan. Go. Right, there you go. That'll do it. That'll wrap it up. That'll take us to the bridge. That'll get us above the rim and to the hole. I've just activated the turbo boosters because I want to go and have a look at the ICE. You've seen these before, right? Yeah, not that adventurous, but at least I've got the train and the loco and the carriages actually match now. Right, now, where did you actually bung the ICE? Carefully place the ICE route. That's the other cross country. All right, where does that go? Now, I know that, you haven't looked at it in 45 minutes, but surely it can't be that difficult to figure out which way it went. Oh, it went up near Gotham. Well, that's the only thing that goes up near Gotham. Let's go find one. There's one. It's running away from us. Right, quick speed check and then we're done. Right, here we go. Cross country. It's got a good amount of passengers on board. Talk to me of your finances. Not great, if I'm honest, but last year it was running a bit of China number 1, so we'll see that as an anomaly. It's not far off making a profit. We're in July. This next drop-off should make a reasonable chunk of change. Let's bring up the window just so that we can see the next one when it happens. It's a very clean train, is this ICE. Look at it. It's crystalline white. It's going to be bedazzling people in the sunshine. I don't know. Anyway, right, here we go. Coming into the station. It's advertising train fever. It's a good go. Oh, look. Oh, what day? Look. We started the day with some action, and now we've got some more. I just want to see how much this makes as it drops off. 1.5 million. That's pretty handsome. How many passengers is that off, though? We had 120 and change. we dropped to 75. So it's only like 50 passengers that we dropped there. That's respectable. That pushes it into profit for the year. Fingers crossed that one will continue to be profitable. And if the demand picks up some more, then we'll fling some more down that as well. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. You've been extra special today, and I like to think that we've all been extra special in some fashion or another. Hit a watermelon. No. Fling a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button with the kind of vengeance that you would only expect from someone who really, really hates subscribe buttons. And I'll be back soon with a little more of the same. I can't cut you off while we're going through the tunnel. It can't be done. It's just not right. It's just not reasonable. Talk to you soon. Cheerio! My goodness me, I got through a lot today. I had a Chinese train. I had 4 of them and then sold them. We then bought the ICE. That's all good. Set up a new route, replaced some stuff, did some upgrading on passenger services. I mean, look, how much do you want me to get into one episode there? I don't answer that. Anyway, yeah, I did. I think that this series is now starting to take on a really fun dimension. The big station at Caprica City, I think, is going to generate an awful lot of interesting routes coming out of it. It's just a question of making those work. The challenge, of course, is going to be keeping my wits about me enough to not actually duplicate a route that I'm already running like some kind of idiot. Anyway, I'll be back again, because where else am I going to be? See you then.